Welcome to Dance to Heal. I'm your host, Jenny C. Cohen. Join me as I share stories of how dance and movement can bring healing in a way that is safe and tailored to your life. I'm a cancer survivor, mother of two, and an award-winning performer who found that movement was vital to my recovery. I created Dance to Heal Wellness and also authored the best-selling book, Outside in Recovery, Dancing My Way Back to Myself After Breast Cancer. I will bring new techniques to help you on your dance journey and healing path. Are you ready to move? Dance to Heal starts now. So without further ado, I am so excited that you are here today, Katie.
I know, I am too.
Okay, so, my audience can read in the description your entire bio, and I would love for you to tell people what you do now and why you're doing it.
Oh my gosh, I would love to share that. For the past 23 years, I have been running a beauty business from home, a direct sales beauty business. I started it when my babies were so little. I have three daughters. My youngest was 6 months old when I started, and I had worked for a cruise line for 20 years, but I was looking for something that I could do from home around their schedule. And I had no idea I'd be talking about makeup for the next 23 years. And I absolutely still to this day love it. But what I've been adding to that now makes me so excited. I work with a lot of professional women. And as we've been aging, things come up. And all of a sudden you start to doubt yourself and you think, oh my gosh, like, who am I anymore? And so through my transitions, I've realized there are a lot of women out there who have sort of lost their voice, lost their self-confidence. They just start doubting everything. And so I'm now helping them show up and be more visible for their business and for their life and their family, and just really living out loud, living their best life. And that was a huge shift for me. And so it makes me like, it gives me goosebumps all the time because I know there's so much we can do. And so many women they're just not counting the value that their experience brings to the table. And it took a while for me to realize that, and then to be able now to share that with other people. So now I'm coaching women through confidence, self-confidence, and beauty inside and out. And it is just lighting me up.
I love this. Audience members, especially the ones listening, I want you to tune in to Katie's excitement. All right, because most of the time when we talk about aging, we're like very depressed, we slow down and like we just complain about how we're aging. And honestly, I totally agree. For me, it is a second spring. Now that I am, my kids are grown, they're young adults now, and I can actually focus more on what I bring to the table, separate from being a wife and a mother. The fact that these days we as women over 40 and 50s, right? Most of us is that's the audience demographics that are tuning in to this particular podcast. We're at an age where we're given permission to step into our aging process. Right? Because we don't, the visage of that, the crone, the CRONE, right? The wrinkly, the wrinkly bent over, kind of like towards end stage life perception of aging. I think I'm glad that we're part of it, Katie, where we're just saying no, we're saying no to that.
No, no, I agree. It doesn't have to look the way it did for our parents. And that's honestly one of the things that fueled me because, as my girls were graduating and moving off to college and moving away, and my husband and we could have just sat and watched TV every day. We could have done what our parents did and just kind of go our own way, but we didn't want that. And so we made a conscious choice as a couple. We've been married 35 years. And together we decided we were going to continue and do new things together, things neither of us was good at, things that we just wanted to always have something new coming, and just so that we could learn and grow together. So we've been doing cooking classes. When we go on vacation, we do cooking classes together. It doesn't work so good when we get back home because we're sort of like one in the kitchen and one can be setting the table, because I'm always like, quit stirring it. It doesn't need to be done now. But we do fun things together now, hiking and kayaking, and then we go play with our kids. Where my parents, I feel like they did some travel, but they got, I don't know. I mean, like, it was a different lifestyle, and it's not going to be me. I'm going to do everything I can to stay healthy, mind and body. And so we're way more aware. My mother-in-law just passed away this week from Alzheimer's. We've been taking care of her for a while, and it's 5 years now she's been here with us. And thank you, but it puts life in perspective, and we are way more aware of what we're doing for our health and what we're eating, and all the things that we're doing. So yeah, it doesn't have to be the same way we saw our parents and their parents, right? I'm ready to live big.
Spot on, Katie. Spot on. Because, like, as a breast cancer survivor, I'm still learning these life lessons, these reminders that, we only have the now. And to come back into your passion of helping women feel good when we look in the mirror. Because for me, when I was done with my cancer treatment, no joke, I'm Asian presenting and I looked like a little old Asian man because I had salt and pepper hair growing in. And I was just so pale and so fatigued, and the treatment which saved my life drained the life out of my body, and it took a long time to come back to being vibrant again.
Mhm.
So audience members who are watching, because you see how beautiful Katie looks, right? Or listening, you hear how vibrant our voices are. It doesn't come automatically because we didn't have the role models, right?
Right.
Will you speak a little bit about how important skincare is before we apply the makeup? Because that's important, especially because I've been in menopause almost 11 years, folks, and my skin went nosedive, the quality of it, so that it didn't matter what makeup I tried to put on, it didn't look good.
It's funny that you say that. There's something I say often. I have a Facebook community and we talk a lot because most of my clients are above 40. Uh, you can't have a 10 makeup if you only have a 2 in skincare. So the skincare is key. And what worked in our 20s and 30s might have gotten you through that, but then our skin changes. We have different needs. We are up and down and all over the place in what's going on inside. That's going to show up in your skin. So extra moisture, that's a huge part of it. And it needs to come in different forms too. So there are things that work better as we age that can help with the process. I also drink collagen, liquid collagen, that because it really helps with your hair and your skin and your nails and your joints, all the things we need over a certain age. But skincare is really key. And sometimes you look at people and you go, oh my gosh, they do 20 different things. I'll never do that. Find a balance of products that really work. You probably won't need as many. I do use a lot of products and I love every one of them. And they make a big difference in my skin, and I get compliments all the time. If you don't want to use a lot of products, no big deal, but consult with someone who's very knowledgeable on skincare, especially as you're aging, so they can recommend things specific for you. I actually ask my clients a whole little quiz. I give them a questionnaire to really fine tune what products are going to work best for them, not only for their skin, but their lifestyle. Because you don't want to overwhelm someone with something they're never going to do. I want you using it, getting your skin in great shape, and then all your makeup's going to look amazing. But the makeup there are makeup products that have skincare in it too. So finding the right products and finding someone to consult you. You can't just walk down to Sephora and go, hey, what do I feel like using today? Because you may not find the right product for you.
I love that. I love that. And my returnee listeners, remember, we talk a lot in the past about muscle testing and checking in with yourself. This is more than just, oh, I know I'm allergic to almonds, so I have to watch out there's no almonds in the ingredients, right? Sometimes you have to pay attention to your gut if it's an accurate reading and you're really keeping communication open. Sometimes your gut will lead you in a direction that no one's told you and it's going to end up working best for you. I love this because Katie, like for me, I did a special for National Chocolate Day back in October, and I walked everybody in the program through my skincare regimen, and I had people going, "You use three different eye lotions?" I'm like, "Damn straight I do," because I live in Utah. It is so dry here. I literally have to reapply a light coating of eye cream because it's so dry, and I am drinking 5 containers of electrolyte water a day and I'm still dehydrated. So I had to be really careful because it depends on where you live. Also, where in your actual menopause journey you're in. You could be perimenopausal, you could be menopausal, you could be postmenopause, you could be pre-perimenopausal. And those needs are very different from time to time, right? And so
Yes.
I love this thing about how, there for every budget and every time and every tolerance, there's something for you. Please don't just ignore it, though.
Right.
This is your wake up call. If you're listening to this particular episode, this is your reminder. Your skin is really important. It's one of the largest, it is the
It
largest
is the,
organ, right? It's your largest organ in your body. People go, what? It's an organ.
yes, yes. And everything is absorbed through it, whether that's good skincare or whether that's pollutants in the air, it's absorbed through your skin. So you have to keep in mind all the things that you're putting on your body. And definitely. I live in Colorado. And so I am with you. I didn't realize we were this close. So, yes, the dryness is real and there are amazing products that can really help. So, yes, you just got to find the right things for you. I will say the products that I have been with the company I rep for 23 years now is Clean Beauty they follow the European Union guidelines on clean beauty. So not only are they good ingredients for you, but they also don't do extra packaging. When you order something, it comes just like that. It doesn't come in an extra box or anything. So they're very aware. So just don't think you have to just settle on drugstore makeup because it's cheap. Like find the right products, and if they're concentrated, if they're the right thing for your body, then it's going to be worth it in the long run. And then you'll have amazing skin too.
I love that. And so here's the thing, Kate has a special gift for you. If you go to, now listen carefully, captivateoncamera.com. Captivate, CaptivateOncamera.com. She has a gift, a blueprint for you to download. And here's the thing, you don't have, the website talks about being an entrepreneur or a speaker or a coach. You need it. It doesn't matter whether or not you're doing those things because who doesn't need some advice on good skincare and what good products to use for a makeup, right?
Right. And actually that I love this bonus offer for your audience because I've been working with entrepreneurs to, like I said, not only show up pretty makeup, skincare, but also feeling that self confidence so they can get out and grow their business. And we know the fastest way to grow your business, the fastest way to build that know, like, and trust factor is through video. Getting your out there so people get to know who you are and follow you and all that. So this gift for you is a blueprint that walks you through before you do videos, during videos, after videos, makeup to have for on camera, clothing colors to have for on camera. And then it takes you in. I am offering a $30 30-day video blitz also. So it's just a fun way of getting comfortable getting on camera. So definitely the things you learn, best angles and all the good things help with also looking better and feeling more confident in everything you do, right? We're all going to be joining a webinar or doing a podcast where there's video. So you want to make sure you're looking your best when you get on there. And it helps when you know what colors look best on your skin tone too.
Exactly, exactly. I love that. It's this big sister auntie vibe, you know.
Yes.
I'm the big sister in my family. I never had an older sister to give me advice. I didn't have aunties because we came from a lot of poverty, you know. So survival. No one cared about makeup or being on a podcast. And I had to learn a lot of my things through trial and error and paying a lot of money for other coaches to teach me. You just got this, and what did you pay? Like the electricity to play this podcast, folks? Like, really listen carefully here. When you do this type of information, it's just another tool in your toolbox to pull out when you need it, right? For example, for even understanding, like for me, I had a really amazing belly dance instructor who taught me how to pose in pictures.
Mm,
So those of you who are listening to the audio, you're gonna have to go to the YouTube video and see what I'm gonna do. She would always tell us, angle your body so that you're at an angle, but your head is looking front, right? And then you would kind of,
weight on the back.
well, actually, she would have us lean forward from the chest. Oh, you two people, you can
Mhm.
see the breaking of the illusion. Wah! Okay, so you're gonna see like the gut is pulled in, but the front chest is pulled forward. And then she would have us with our head straight on, and the chin would be forward a little bit to give you the outline of the under chin. So you look sideways, it looks like I'm jutting up my head like a turtle. However, the pictures would always look amazing. And then we would all inhale. We'd be like, one, two, three, inhale, snap. And it would be this uniformly, everybody would look good without the double chin that we're all upset about. And I
Not good.
love that. To this day, I still use it. Not because, listen, real talk, and Katie knows this because she just talked about, treasuring life. When you go through, all of us went through the panini, we all survived it. It's like the Thanos snap, we're still here, right? I'm a cancer survivor and I treasure everything. So it's a privilege to be able to still be in a photo, double chin, it's fine. And
Mhm.
sometimes my mood, your mood will be shifted if we know we look our best. It helps us feel our best. You know, Separate from the, oh, it's so shallow to worry about just your looks, right? First impressions are made what, in the first 10 seconds?
They used to say 7 seconds. Now, because of social media, it's less than 3 seconds.
Less than 3 seconds.
3 seconds. Yes. So, and it takes 8 positive to change that. So we want it, like you said, I am so grateful that I'm here every day that I'm here. And if there are things that I can do to help me feel better about myself, then I'm going to do that. And if I want to eat cake, I'm going to eat cake. So, it's like, yeah, I'm at a point now. I think the biggest thing that I have learned in the last 10 years is that I don't have to be perfect. What I think people want to see, the more I can recognize and really just being authentically me. Like I used to do video and I would be so, oh my gosh, we were talking about editing and oh my gosh, it would take forever to get the perfect video. Who cares about the perfect video? Just be you, just be real. We are all people just trying to make it through this fun event that we have here called life. So let's stand up for each other. Let's embrace each other and let's embrace who we really are and just be that. And the right people will connect with you, and the other people, who cares? Go find
Exactly.
another person.
Yes. So I want to be really clear about something, audience, because the way you just said that, Katie, like like grabbed my heart. You said, just be you. Sometimes, and I'm gonna put this out there. I'm gonna put my money on this, folks who are listening in and watching the video. Are you watching me? Listen to me. Sometimes your self-care is a mask you hide behind. Okay, your like haggard face, that's a mask. Who are you truly? When you take care of your face and you're looking in the mirror at yourself and giving yourself positive affirmations, you give yourself permission to step into your worthiness.
Mm.
You know, I was a Christian when I came. Well, I think we were Buddhist Taoists in Taiwan, and then we joined a Christian Bible church, and then I was baptized, and then I became Jewish by choice. And the body is a sacred container for the soul. whether or not you believe in a God, there's spirit that's still sacred housed in this meat bag. And how we take care of it is a sacred duty. That includes your face, folks. Like, that's really important.
Yes. I hear a lot of people say things like, oh, it doesn't matter anymore what I look like. I don't care what I look like. Or, you know, and that's their excuse for just not doing anything. And okay, if that's, don't make that an excuse. There are things you could do. Um, I just feel that that is one way of helping me feel better is by looking better. I also believe in taking care of myself and mentally and physically. And some days I'm better than others, but I know it's going to make a better difference in my mental health and in my physical health. And so, yeah, I mean, just taking the time to be confident in who you are and that your journey that got you where you are, those are gifts given to you. Those are good or bad. It is making you who you are. And now we get to go out and choose what tomorrow's going to be and take that next step and live every day to its fullest, whatever we want it to look like. If your life, if you want to watch TV every day, great. But I am not going to sit still. I'm going to get out there and live absolutely as much every day as I can. And I want to take those who want to go with me with me.
Exactly. And here's the thing, though, too. There's such a thing as skin cancer, y'all. So, like, we're not just saying, buy Katie stuff. We're saying, hey, that combined, wearing sunscreen every day is really important. It doesn't matter if you're not leaving the house. The sun shines, unless you're in the basement all day long. The sun's coming through and is affecting you somehow. All right. And the second thing is, we always heal through touch from when we were infants. And if you are not touching yourself, you cannot heal yourself. So it is really imperative you are taking the time to check in with yourself, right?
Yeah.
Whether or not you're doing any type of what we call makeup, right? Like
Right.
right now, what I'm wearing on my lips is not makeup. It's actually a lip gloss that is color changing because my lips are dry, right? And then I have a little bit of foundation on, and I use a SPF color changing cream. So it just kind of
Mm-hmm.
evens out my skin tone, correct? And it's mostly though for the sun protection because you
Yeah.
can get skin cancer, folks. And if you're not cleaning off the dead skin layers off your face, you can look sick. You can look sick, folks. That means when you're going to work or socializing with people and they think you're sick, right? They're going to treat you differently than the authentic you shining through.
There are studies that show that. Like, if you see someone and their skin looks grayish, it's usually because they're not exfoliating their skin. So you want to find something that gently exfoliates whatever is on your skin, right? We wash our hands all day long, and I still hear people who say, I don't wash my face when I go to bed. I only wash my face maybe once a day. I know. And whatever's on your skin, your cell turnover is at night. So whatever's on your skin at night is going to turn over and be in your skin. So the pollutants that land on your skin, that's something as well. So the sun protection for sure. I will say the products that we have separate sun screens because it's a chemical SPF that has to be approved through the FDA. We also have ingredients in our products, every cream product, that are botanicals. So it's like a mechanical shield from the environment, protecting from pollutants and the sun, which makes it really nice. So like you said, a tinted moisturizer, that's all I ever wear anymore. That's it. I don't even wear foundation hardly ever. We have them, but this is like plenty and it protects me. I hike all the time. I'm kayaking. Well, okay, it was winter, so not every weekend, but I do get out a lot and I wear this because it's my sun protection, my environmental protection, and it color corrects to my skin. The other thing that I love, I don't know if you have experienced this, but as we age, sometimes we get a little more redder in our skin, like rosacea or just, the capillaries are closer to the surface and you see them. This tinted color correcting tinted moisturizer I use, I love because it has green pigment and it wipes out any redness in your skin. So like one product does all the things. So just finding the right products will make a huge difference.
That's perfect. I love that. And if you go to that amazing website, which I'm going to repeat again for you, all right, in case you forgot it already, which I'm sure you didn't.
Write
Captivate
it in big letters.
captivateoncamera.com. And then if you scroll to the top of it, you can look at some of the products that Katie's talking about. I actually have to talk to you about the SPF for my mom. She's allergic to a lot of different things. If you have very sensitive skin, the fact that you have product that is FDA approved from Europe, which is known for its high quality skincare, right? My mom was using a kind that was it produced by someone locally, and it looks like she's not carrying it anymore, so I have to find some other brand of skincare that includes the SPF for my mother. If you're in the like 60, 70, 80 range, your skincare is also going to shift and change. My mom's really allergic to everything, and so I finally found the products that I'm on that she does her version of it. The only thing we're missing is that SPF for her because, my mom grew up really poor, so in like rural Taiwan. So she had a lot of sun exposure. And
Mm,
now, as you age, all that sun damage actually starts to come up in your skin,
great.
folks.
Mhm.
Like I have a sunspot here that I cover all the time with my makeup, and I have redness here that I cover up with my makeup a little bit. Not because I want to fool people, because I feel better when I look in the in my mirror right before I go meet people, that I know that I'm presenting my best. It helps me to get in more of the, oh, it's not about me because I'm taken care of. I can focus on the person in front of me, and I'm not worried about how I'm presenting. All right. So
Right.
audience members, like that's different, right? Most of the time we're worried about ourselves. And what we're presenting for you is an outcome, a difference in that if you take care of yourself first, then you can focus on the person in front of you.
And especially if you're a business owner or you know, the person in front of you is the focus. And we get so caught up in ourselves that we are worried about how we look or sound and it's not about us. It's who are we serving? And so, yeah, take one less stress off your plate.
Exactly. Exactly. It isn't about us until it's about us, though, folks, right? So understand that. Like, we're literally talking to you about you right now. So focus on you first. And then when your well is full, you can focus on the people around you that you serve, that you want to help. I mean, I was a terrible role model for my children when they were under 3 because I literally did no face makeup because I was running around chasing 2, 3-year-old twins. It was
Right.
terrible, right? And I have a lot of skin damage from then. When I was pregnant, I did a lot of skincare. Then they were born, and then life was over at that point for 3 years, right? So, and it's never too late, though, right? You might be
Right.
bemoaning, oh, Jenny, I haven't. It's okay. That's why I brought Katie on to tell us that it's never too late. If you go to her gift at captivateoncamera.com, and again, remember, folks, if you're vacillating back and forth, which is normal, it's a human condition to second guess when something sounds too good to be true. Make sure you go to my gift at danceandheal.com, do some dancing, do some stretching, and then I know it's going to be yes. It's a yes to captivateoncamera.com. Does that make sense, folks? All right, so before I let you go, Katie, because I think you're going to have to come back, or I might have you come to my It's a Sweet Life challenge, okay? Because I did the skincare myself last time, and I think we should have you do the skincare and the
I
makeup.
would
All
love
right, for
it.
that portion of it. Yep, we should do that. What advice would you? Okay, so we're gonna do two different things because people have different needs, right? We're gonna. I'm gonna have you give advice to the newbie person who had no aunties, never is on Instagram because they have like the big sis videos that tell you all the thing. Like, what do they start with first? Besides go to captivateoncamera.com, right? Besides that, what do they do to start this whole journey of like looking at their face and doing self care? That's question one. Okay, I'm gonna answer that. And
Yes.
I'll let you talk. Two, two. Someone who's like, oh, I got skincare. I'm did what benefit would it be for them to directly just go right to Captivate on camera and like get in touch with you?
Okay. Number one. If you are looking at your skin and you're realizing the skincare you've been using isn't cutting it anymore, maybe your makeup looks drier. Sometimes you can see the flakes. You just think, wait, you look at someone else and their skin looks hydrated and smooth and yours looks dry and cakey. It's probably your skincare, lack of moisture. Easily start drinking a lot of water. That's the easiest thing. But finding the right products that have the right hydration, there are different molecular weights that can get deeper into your skin. So find someone, if not me, someone like me. I will do a quiz. They should do some questions for you to help determine what's best for your skin and your needs and your budget and your what your goals are. If you're not worried about your age spots, then I'm not going to be worried about your age spots, right? But if that's a concern for you, then there are additional products that you might want to start with. But I recommend starting simple: a cleanser, wash your face twice a day, a daytime moisturizer that also protects from the environment, and a nighttime moisturizer. And they are different for a reason. The daytime moisturizer protects from the sun. It's a lighter weight for your skin. It is full of great ingredients, but it's a tiny molecular weight that's going to last a certain amount of hours on your skin. The evening moisturizer should be thicker, richer. You want it to hold in that moisture in your skin while you're sleeping. So start with that and an eye cream. That's like everyone over 30 needs the eye cream. And then depending on your needs, that's when we would go and take you a step further. Once your skin gets used to this, anytime you go to a new skincare routine, your skin might get worse before it gets better. So be patient with that too, because that's important. I didn't know that at first. And I thought, oh my God, what did I get into? And I've never looked back, and it's been 23 years. So yeah. So just be patient, work with someone who knows skincare. It's worth it. And then for somebody who is on it, they're getting facials, they're doing all the treatments, they've got all the good luxurious things. But maybe you're thinking, well, my skin's really sensitive, or I'm starting to see some breakouts, or maybe my makeup doesn't last on my skin, or it doesn't look right on my skin, or, you're getting a few more wrinkles where you didn't want them. I mean, it's pro-aging, right? We know we're aging, but if we can do something about it in the process, then definitely I sell an entire line of anti-aging skincare, of anti-aging makeup that stays on. You can swim in it, you can sweat through it, it doesn't smudge off, including lip colors that stay on all day, hair care products, body care. So we have a whole line of everything. Just you don't have to suffer through it. And I will say, if you're over 50, powders aren't your best friend. So I'm just going to throw that out there. What I do want to say, the last thing I would like to say is, imagine the difference we're making for our kids too. I have 3 daughters who now use sunscreen. They use skincare. I grew up wearing baby oil and iodine and laying in the sun all day, right? So that's something you want to keep in mind as well, is that we're changing the future. It's a ripple effect, and we're going to have kids that look better than we do. And so what a great opportunity for us to make a difference in the world.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I have fraternal twins in their 20s, and they've been doing skincare for the last 4 years because they were so resistant to before, and now they're in their mid 20s. It's making a huge difference. When they don't wear their skincare, they see the difference when they look in the mirror. So it's been amazing. All right, so we're gonna have to have Katie come back, folks, before my editor kills me, because I could talk to her for another hour because I know it would benefit all of us. Katie, thank you for coming. We'll see you again soon. Bye bye,
I
everybody.
love it. Thank you, Jenny.
Bye. Thanks for listening to Dance to Heal with Jenny C. Cohen. Come back next time to hear stories of recovery through movement and learn more ways that you can move your body. To work with me and continue your journey, visit OutsideInRecovery.com. Are you ready to move?